Hello, and welcome to my special addition to my monthly myth series. This month, with it being October and Halloween month, I thought I would read a story to you guys about the Mothman, about the myth that I am that is on the screen today. And for warning, I have a stutter, a speech impediment. So I hope that doesn't prevent you from continuing reading, listening to this video. The true story behind the legendary Mothman, said to terrorize West Virginia. I will link the article that was written down in the description below, in case if you want to read on it as well. On November 12, 1966, in Clinton, West Virginia, a grave digger working in a cemetery spotted something strange. He glanced up from his work as something huge soared over his head, a massive figure that was moving rapidly across the cemetery from tree to a tree. He would later describe the figure as a quote-unquote brown human being. This is the first reported sighting of what would come to be known as the Mothman, an elusive creature that, although now widely celebrated by the town and once terrorized, remains as mysterious as it was the night that a few frightened witnesses first laid eyes on it. Just 3 days after the grave digger's initial report in nearby Point Pleasant, West Virginia, two couples noticed a gray-winged creature about 6 or 7 feet tall, standing in front of the car that they were all sitting in. The eyewitnesses told the local paper, the Point Pleasant Register, that the beast had bright red eyes about 6 inches apart, a wingspan of 10 feet, and that it seemed to want to avoid the bright headlights of the car. According to the witnesses, the creature was able to fly at incredible speeds, perhaps as fast as 100 miles per hour. One of the men told reporters, although they all agreed that it was a clumsy runner on the ground. They knew because the creature allegedly chased their moving vehicle to the outskirts of town in the air, then scuttled into a nearby field and disappeared. Knowing how absurd this must have sounded to a local paper in a small Appalachian community in the 1960s, the eyewitness insisted that the apparition couldn't have been a figment of his imagination. He assured the paper, "If I had seen it while by myself, I wouldn't have said anything. But there were 4 of us who saw it." The papers at this point were skeptically calling it a bird or a mysterious creature, though they did print the witness's description. It was like a man with wings. But more and more sightings were reported in Point Pleasant area over the next year as the legend of the Mothman took shape. The, another newspaper reported 8 additional sightings in the short span of three days after the first claims, including 2 volunteer firefighters who supposedly saw what they described as a very large bird with large red eyes. A resident of Salem, West Virginia, reported strange patterns that appeared on his TV screen one evening, followed by a mysterious sound just outside of his home. Shining a flashlight toward the direction of the noise, the supposedly witnessed 2 red eyes resembling bicycle reflectors looking back at him. This anecdote remains a popular one in the Mothman myths, especially because it allegedly resulted in the disappearance of the owner's dog. Some believe to this day that the fearsome beast took his beloved pet. And I hope you, and that is all I'm going to read for you today. There is a lot of theories and all that stuff that supposedly happened with the Mothman. I know the way that I read it kind of left it on a cliffhanger, but I thought that I read a little bit of the story. And I hope you enjoy, and I hope to see you in the next video.